máa ń conquer káàkiri ni. So the likes of the first Aláàfin, of course he met people in those places, but he was one that conquered them and installed himself as the king and claiming ownership of the place. So from there, the general. Okay, wọ́n wá padà wá. Wọ́n ṣe láti wá capture the republic, the real empire, the Benin kingdom. Wọ́n wá pa Erédùà yẹn. Wọ́n tó capture wọn. But imagine bàbá repair wọn, ká ti repair wọn náà lọ́yọ̀ọ́.
That's it now.
Ká ti repair wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Wọ́n nílé ìdúró. Ife. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí geography, orúkọ tèmi ni Joe Adétọ̀nà. Lónìí a ó máa lọ láti ìlú Ifẹ̀ títí dé Ìbàdàn lélẹ̀ tó gbà wá ní nǹkan bíi wákàtí kan. Nǹkan tí fídíò yìí lè fi yàtọ̀ sí àwọn fídíò tó kù tá a ti post lórí channel ni pé a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tó pọ̀ nínú fídíò ẹ̀yọ̀ kan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la sì fi hàn yín bí ọ̀nà oníbejì ṣe rí láti ìlú Ifẹ̀ títí dé Ìbàdàn. Nínú fídíò yìí a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìtàn Ifẹ̀, a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìtàn Ọ̀yọ́ láti gba Ọ̀yọ́ lé, a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tí ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà, a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Ìbàdàn, a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọba Ifẹ̀, a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa kábíyèsí Aláàfin tìlú Ọ̀yọ́. Ìkan lára àwọn ìdí tá a fi dá ìkànnì sílẹ̀ ni pé kí èdè wa àti àṣà wa kó má parun.
Torí wọ́n wá ní àkàrà òṣù. Torí òṣù gangan àkọjá ẹ̀. After Ifẹ̀ town ni òṣù yẹn Ìjẹ̀ṣà ni wọ́n. But ìyá àkàrà òṣù gangan ó ti kú. But àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ni àtikọjá ṣọ́ọ̀bù àwọn àkàrà tí wọ́n máa ń yàtọ̀ sí àwọn tí bí báyìí. Àwọn ọmọ afẹ́dẹ́ sí wọ́n fata sí àkàrà wọn máa ń tóbi báyìí kò ń ṣe normal size àkàrà wọ́n máa ń ṣe kó gùn báyìí wọ́n á fi edé ńlá sí wọ́n fi ata sí. So bọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n replicate àkàrà òṣù sí so gbogbo àwọn tó bá ń bàkàrà bí àkàrà òṣù náà ń pa àkàrà wọn.
Kò ń ṣe àwọn gangan
ni original àkàrà
originator ẹ̀.
Ó yẹ ìyá tó tí àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ìyá yẹn ti kú báyìí ní ìsinmi ẹ̀bùn àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣì continue business ẹ̀ pọ̀ àkàrà ẹ̀ máa.
Ok, Odu Dua University ni.
Odu Dua University.
Ṣé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì náà ló ní?
Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kan Ògúnbóyè àbíkọ́ lórúkọ máa ẹ̀ private ni òun ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ Ifẹ̀ Poly yẹn ló ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ Benin ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ university. Gbogbo àkàrà tó máa ń tà gbogbo bíbà àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní àkàrà òṣù. Lórí actually òṣù gangan náà ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí àwọn ènìyàn.
Ó jẹ́ àwọn ilé. A sọ ìtàn Ilé Ifẹ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìtàn ìlú Ọ̀yọ́, a sọ ìtàn Odu Dua, a sọ ìtàn àwọn ọba tó kù, kódà a sọ dé ìtàn Ethiopia àti Egypt àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé ìdí tí channel fi wà ní kí gbogbo Yorùbá ẹ̀jẹ̀ má gbàgbé pé Yorùbá kan ń gbé nínú wa lórí channel yìí. Ẹ bá wa subscribe sórí channel so ẹ lè miss nígbà mìíràn tí a bá post fídíò. Bó ṣe mọ̀ pé Ifẹ̀ yìí ẹyọ kan náà ló wà, kò dàbí Ọ̀yọ́ tó yẹ pé bóyá ìkẹrin àbí keje náà tẹ̀ wá.
Wọ́n try àti conquer kingdoms wọn explore ìfẹ́ àwọn conquer wọn.
Àṣọyọ̀ Ifẹ̀ àwọn ló conquer wọn.
Ó yà kọ́ yọ conquer wọn at the time. Then irú ìgbà tó ní kí first Aláàfin wa jọba by time was already big. Ó wò pé kó wá jọba ní Ifẹ̀ kékeré tó dẹ̀ fún wa fi
oníjọ yọlẹ̀
ọkọ̀sọ̀ oní crown prince. So Ifẹ̀ because of the size cannot conquer kingdoms. So unlike the likes of Ọ̀yọ́ tí wọ́n conquer irú Arógbóláàrọ̀ Ìjẹ̀ṣà land náà ó conquer kingdoms ìtẹ̀ náà ló jẹ́ kí Ìjẹ̀ṣà land náà pọ̀ gan. Ẹ̀sà Òkè, Ọ̀gbẹ́nà, Ẹ̀rìn-Ìjẹ̀ṣà gbogbo yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn Ìjẹ̀ṣà land wọ́n tàwọn náà tóbi gan. They were really big. they also ventured to conquer kingdoms because they were also warriors. So
if they already had to explore to want to conquer.
They were small and they were not warriors like our mom
not the beauty judge.
After the death of Odu Dua, all the male children went to conquer kingdoms. Leaving even Obirigo Ode Omu, Ogbade Lord Joba, Ojobiri. But our ruler and so there was nothing in Ife to warrant an exploration. Or to warrant them attempting to be big.
So definitely we'll go Yoruba after Ife everybody to work.
Of course. But where we have problem was Joba. Okay, Erulo Joba. Àwọn ọ̀nì Israel.
Aboreno.
Ẹrú. Ọmọ ẹrú. The history of ọ̀nì is ẹni tó fẹ́ràn. Oh yeah. So the favourite slave through Odu Dua.
Okay.
Ó lọ́mọ kékeré kan. It is rumoured that Odu Dua ló fún lóyún. But it was not proven. Torí ẹrú ló. So but ó yẹ ẹ̀kọ́ ní pé Odu Dua láìkí ẹrú yẹn àtọmọ ẹ̀. So ìgbà tí wọ́n lọ bá àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tó wá jọba. Gbogbo kingdoms wọ́n ti ju
Ile Ife lọ.
Gbogbo wọn yarí pé àwọn ò lè kúrò ní abúlé ìlú láìka lọ́jọba kékeré ìgbà oyè òdẹ lè wà mt lọ́sẹ̀ wá ní Ọọ̀ni Odu Dua kó wá jọba lọ́sẹ̀ and that is why the likes of Aláàfin will never submit to an Ọọ̀ni because they have a belief that it's not a
proper
kò ń ṣọmọ bàbá wọn basically kò ń ṣe ara wọn so bàtàwọn òyìnbó dé lórí issue yẹn lọ́ ṣe make àwọn méjì both permanent members as in the Aláàfin and the Ọọ̀ni as the two in fact it was the Aláàfin the first met because he was the most powerful so they had the deal for Yoruba land with the Aláàfin so they made him the paramount so Aláàfin became the paramount when as the number one king so tóyìnbó bá dé òun náà máa relate pẹ̀lú wọ́n fẹ́ sign anything on behalf of Yoruba land and that is why it's only the Aláàfin that can pronounce a title over Yoruba land so Awùjalẹ̀ ò lè fún yàn lóyè kíníkan Yoruba land neither Ọọ̀ni cannot give you any title of Yoruba land. So it's only the Aláàfin that was empowered by the British because by the time they came, he was ruling over almost all the Yoruba land already. So even till outside, so what they just did was to retain that structure and say that okay, you speak up for your Yoruba land. So the time Awólọ́wọ̀ tí bàbá president Aláàfin ní problem pẹ̀lú àwọn Awólọ́wọ̀ lọ́wọ́ promote. One person promote the Ọọ̀ni them to take over from the Aláàfin. So but
ṣé the current Aláàfin àbí Aláàfin àbí?
Bàbá Aláàfin rẹ̀ tí kìíní lé tó Awólọ́wọ̀ tí Bọ̀dé Thomas lé kúrò lórí oyè.
Ṣé wọ́n lé ex Aláàfin kúrò lórí oyè?
Náà bọ́dé Bọ̀dé Thomas ló kú. Ìgbà tó he was the premier of Western Area. Ó wá wọ event Aláàfin ò dìde fún. So ó wá bóyá ta sí Aláàfin ẹ̀yẹ pé ṣé òun tóbi jù láti dìde fún òun. Ìyẹn á ní pé òun á dìde fún olóṣèlú pé irú disrespect fún òun. Wọ́n wá fàjà láàrin then Aláàfin Adéyẹmí II and Adéyẹmí I and Bọ̀dé Thomas, who was the premier. So Bọ̀dé Thomas now made a pronouncement. Aláàfin should abdicate his throne. Ó wá banish ẹ̀ sí Ifẹ̀ or something. Ó banish ẹ̀ sí nìkan bóyá Benin Republic. Ó banish ẹ̀ ṣá. So ìgbà tó bá níṣẹ́ ọjọ́ tí yẹn máa kúrò lórí oyè ó wá ṣépè fún Bọ̀dé Thomas. Bọ̀dé Thomas was a young man. He died at the age of 32 years old.
Ó dẹ̀ ní premier àgbà yẹn.
Yeah, he was one of the most powerful people in Yoruba land. He became a son at the age of maybe 20 something. So the then Aláàfin now.
So ọmọ 30 something years ló fẹ́ k'Aláàfin dìde fún.
So he was a political leader. So the then Aláàfin was said to have cursed him that he would not reach his peak. And now cursed Awolowo, who was his Bọ̀dé Thomas protégé, pé òun náà ní reach peak ẹ̀. Òun náà ṣe believe pé curse ẹni ò jẹ́ kí Awolowo jẹ president. Ó wá ṣẹ́ ìpè pé Bọ̀dé Thomas máa gókù. So at 32 years, wọ́n ní ó kọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ọjọ́ kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí radiate symptoms rabies.
Ajá ò dẹ̀ gíjẹ́.
It is not known Paja gíjẹ́. So he was a powerful man, a rich man. So people like that fẹ́ gíjẹ́. So Bọ̀dé Thomas died at 32. He was the first son of such a man. He was a very powerful man. At 21, he was already one of the richest people we had. So Bọ̀dé Thomas was a Goku here. So the dead Aláàfin, this present Aláàfin was a child. Tí bàbá ẹ̀ mú kúrò palace, ó wá fẹ́ lórí ìṣe ọba. So when this Aláàfin now was sent to Benin Republic, Benin.
Okay.
To go and understand the kingship.
Okay.
Because his father was not on the throne anymore. There was no way
he could
study Yoruba culture, basically as in the history, our history. So luckily for him, at the age of maybe 20-something, the new Aláàfin tó fi jẹ, tí àbàwọ̀ Bọ̀dé Thomas fi jẹ, ó ṣe kú nìyẹn. So àwọn Bọ̀dé Thomas ti kú gbà yẹn. So
àtàwọlọ́wọ́ àti Bọ̀dé.
Awólọ́wọ̀ tẹ̀ tí kú gbà yẹn. Bọ̀dé Thomas ti kú. But there was rift between that family and the likes of Awólọ́wọ̀ because of the cause. Pé Awólọ́wọ̀ dey reach peak for supporting Bọ̀dé Thomas against the royal stew. So but eventually this one now became king at early age, I think maybe 30 years old or something. So to return the Adeyemis back to the throne. So but by that time Bọ̀dé Thomas ti kú, bàbá tiẹ̀ náà ti kú ní Bajo.
Okay. Exam.
Because things like that, they have to go on exam when you leave the throne. Except you die. That's the only way you can stay there. So that was why Akala was afraid when he said that he has power over the Aláàfin and that he had power to remove the Aláàfin Jatanja. And the Aláàfin now said that if Akala removes him successfully and he does not die, that then means ọmọ àlè ọmọ àlè ló ń jókòó sórí oyè Ṣàngó. So it was scary for Akala knowing the story of Bọ̀dé Thomas. Bó ṣe free ẹ̀mí ni Akala ṣe juwọ́lẹ̀ against Aláàfin. Although ó juwọ́lẹ̀, but it eventually cost him because the Aláàfin made a pronouncement in Ọ̀yọ́ that no family tí Akala bá ti win election l'Ọ̀yọ́ kingdom in all of the local governments. People over cost family law. So obviously everybody pay family meetings lọ pé ṣé ẹ̀yà wò ní ilé gbọ́dọ̀ dìbò Akala ẹ dákun ó bá fẹ́ wí kó lọ wí ìbò mi ìṣe lọ́yọ̀ọ́. So of course that would have cost him a lot of votes.
Each voter one vote against any.
So that's for local government. Using for local governments to the opposition. And even not, it didn't even affect Oyo alone. It affected some parts of Ibadan because of the relationship. They are cousins. Of course, ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ ní Ìbàdàn. Because àwọn náà
Ìbàdàn sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So basically, the sentiment also comes in when you are fighting the Aláàfin. So it is believed that Akala lost to the Aláàfin, lost the election to the Aláàfin.
Like ìgbà tí mo lọ sí palace sometimes ago. bàbá tí mo bá ń bẹ̀ tí mo ṣàráyè padà rí interview ó sọ pé Ọọ̀ni òkè ṣọba which 30 something.
ẹ̀kọ́ tó yẹ máa ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
then ló tún wá sọ pé kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ náà Olúbàdàn náà òkè ṣọba wípé baálẹ̀ ni.
Until 1987.
Okay.
The Olubadan was a baale installed by the Aláàfin. So, but in 1987, Babangida regime, because of the size of Ibadan land, and he now wrote a letter. I've seen the letter before.
I've seen the letter
before. It was published. But Akala fẹ́ fi Olubadan ṣe co-chairman ní Oyo State Council of Obas. The Aláàfin now said that he installed, he gave the approval for the promotion of Olubadan from baale to Oba. So how can someone that he promoted, don't just put we install, you understand? Now be his co-chairman. So he now released the letter written by Babangida to requesting for authorization to crown an Olubadan as a king rather than
a baale,
which was approved by him, the President Aláàfin. So it was one that approved the transfer of Olubadan from baale, the promotion of an Olubadan from just baale of Ibadan land to Oba of Ibadan land.
So, you understand the fair answer?
If it remains so now, when there was fight between when Awolowo promoted the Ooni to the status of the Aláàfin, that was why ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ìjà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láàrin àwọn ọba Yorùbá. The likes of the Awujale, all of them, tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ Odu Dua, they supported the Aláàfin against the Ooni. So the likes of Awolowo now were pushing the narrative that the Ooni remains the father of all. So which the Awombo Odu Dua won back. So to resolve that impasse, you know, before Osun State was part of Oyo State. So to resolve the impasse, they were made co-chairmen of Oyo State then Council of Obas. That means that kò sí senior láàrin wọn. So what the Oyinbos did to resolve the issue when the likes of Awolowo were promoting it was to say that okay, Oyo is the political headquarters of Yoruba land, whereas Ife is the traditional headquarters of Yoruba land. So giving the Ooni the traditional authority of Yoruba land. So before, it is only the Aláàfin that can even make pronouncements on holidays for Yoruba people or festivals.
Not even the governors.
As in terms of traditional
Yoruba
festivals.
Okay.
Yoruba land, I think they have 3 festivals though. They go all Yoruba.
That's the bottom machine. Nígbà yẹn àbí.
Up to now.
But àwọn èèyàn ṣe mọ́ náà.
Wọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe pronouncement here. So it is the Aláàfin ló máa ń pronounce, but now.
Kí làwọn events yẹn?
What's the because when this new Ooni came on board, the Aláàfin ceded one of them, the authority of one of the pronouncements. So that at least we have relative peace. So that big àti former Ooni Ṣíjú-Adé àti Aláàfin. Ìjà yẹn pọ̀ gan gbà yẹn. So but
ó dà pé after gbà yẹn ni Ooni lè lọ kí
Aláàfin. So Aláàfin, to reciprocate the gesture, gave him the authority to make a pronouncement of one of the festivals on behalf of the Yoruba land. Because according to the whites, when they came to Oyo Empire was pronounced the political headquarters of Yoruba land. So whereas that's why the Ooni, his title will always be of the source. To give it prominence without say, because he knows he cannot pronounce pronouncement on behalf of Yoruba land. But can make pronouncement on behalf of people. But you they now draw the conclusion of Ife being the source. But the Oyo Empire remains the political headquarters of all Yorubas.
But mo pé 1901 ni torí mo try láti wo bóyá màá rẹ ní ti ń pa amalgamation tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 1901 yẹn. Wọ́n á rí pé 1901 yẹn náà ni wọ́n bí 1890 something ní power Odu Empire yẹn tán ló tán finally. Kí ló jẹ́ kó tán bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Because ìgbà tí mo lọ sí Awẹ́ sọ fún mi pé 17 mi rántí figure yẹn gangan, but 17 kìíní kan làwọn baba ńlá baba wọn dé Awẹ́ ṣe ń gbọ́. So wọ́n wá sọ pé ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ wo Ifẹ̀ tí mo wọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ jàre 18 kìíní kan ni wọ́n débẹ̀ yẹn, which means àwọn Awẹ́ ló ọ̀bọ̀n yẹn wá sọ fún mi pé àwọn Awẹ́ ló fún wọn ní ibẹ̀ yẹn kó dé síbẹ̀ ṣe ń kó Ọ̀yọ́ tí wàá ń gbòòrò gbà kan.
See, when after Odu Dua, those powerful kings of them, the former Alaafin, which is known as Shango, when he had problem with his kingdom in Oyo, he went to conquer Benin Republic. So I don't conquer one, don't let Jobambe. So ìgbà tí wọ́n issue one ṣẹlẹ̀ ní kingdom ẹ̀ níbí wọ́n wá dáfá tán ní pé wọ́n cheat ẹ̀ because he was very powerful. Wọ́n ní pé Muhammad máa ń bínú gan. Wọ́n wá lọ bẹ̀ ní Benin Republic pé kó máa padà bọ̀ sí ìlú ẹ̀. So then they were like the Romans. Wọ́n dúró sí ìlú wọ́n máa ń kọ́kà káàkiri ni. So the likes of the first Alaafin, of course, he met people in those places, but he was one that conquered them and installed himself as the king and claiming ownership of the place. So from there, ló ti empower wọn, wọ́n fi wọ́n move káàkiri tó wọ́n conquer, and when you are under a rule of someone for 100 years, 200 years, now there's the crocodile. So that was why the empire became vast. But whatever òyìnbó dé tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí conquer empire wọn lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Of course, when you have kingdoms all to Benin, Togo, then all you start àwọn èèyàn tó ń wá gbé ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ wá fún yín. Ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dry up because òyìnbó ti gba Benin Republic, wọ́n ti gba Togo, French ti gba Togo, wọ́n ti gba Benin Republic. Wọ́n ti ṣe Berlin conference wọ́n ti pín gbogbo Africa mọ́ra wọn lọ́wọ́. So it's either you submit or you die. So the only thing the Oyinbos did was they were carrot and stick. We'll kill you, we'll conquer you and kill you, or you submit, we'll allow you as a king to continue to rule, but you report to us. That was the end of most kingdoms in Africa. Because they had the firepower. You understand? They had the firepower. Except which country? Ethiopia. No, Reconquer. Because Ethiopia itself was one of the earliest civilizations. So
Ethiopia on the Bible now.
Right now.
As Egypt.
Libya, one of them. Wọ́n lajú before àwọn òyìnbó gan. So that's why they said Jews are blacks. Original Israelis are blacks. Mixture pé òyìnbó ti mix mọ́ wọn ló jẹ́ kó máa funfun. You understand? So that's why they say civilization, Africa is the cradle of civilization. So those people were already well civilized by the time àwọn òyìnbó máa wá. So gbogbo nǹkan tó kó wá èmi ni weapons, those ones already had sophisticated defenses. Wọ́n ti ń jagun látàyè Bible, látàyè medieval days wọ́n ti ń jagun. Oh yeah, wọ́n ti ń ja cross-border ogun. The Oyo Empire too was also cross-border ogun, but not as advanced as the likes of the Ethiopian eunuchs. The Ethiopian eunuchs were at par with the Assyrians. of this world, the Romans of this world. Yeah, it's the same thing with the Egyptians. But the Ethiopians were even more powerful than the Egyptians. So, because they had we call them the Ethiopian kingdoms. Àwọn ológun wọn ń bọ́bìnrin sùn. Wọ́n á ti gé opó wọn. It's the only thing tọ́gbọ̀n ṣe nìkan jagun ní Ethiopia. So, ṣé ní èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n tó ti gbogbo sí? O fẹ́ parí èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ jà. Wọ́n ti castrate. Wọ́n ní life green.
Dànógún.
Wọ́n ronú nǹkan bí ìjogún lọ. Sọ fún bọ́ọ̀lù fẹ́ kọ́ kárí èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀. Just like that of people, they would rather die than you conquer their town. Over orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ibi líle là ń bọ́ ọmọkùnrin ni wọ́n. So òun náà ṣe ní wọn conquer. Then we also were stupid. Because we could unite if all the empires, the great empires in this part, like the Benin Empire, who is an offshoot of the Yoruba land, they are laughing then. The Arobolaro who was controlling this side, then as Batawa was Oyo Empire to conquer Ujande, all of this, the likes of the you know what we are all lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn olórúkọ tó wá pẹ̀lú àwọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Olórúkọ kan ló wá pẹ̀lú àwọn bíi one funny name like that. Déègùn àbí Déègùn náà.
Bí ègùn bá olórúkọ àwọn náà ṣòdó.
Ìrántí ààrẹ.
Àbúrò ẹ̀ pé èyí kẹ́ndì kí ló mọ̀ pa history. So, if all of them are united against the British Empire, they would not have been able to become them. But everybody was a man on his own. Benin Republic was only ready to fight. They fought, they repelled the British first time. So they now changed, they killed the general. Okay. Wọ́n wá padà wá. Wọ́n ṣe láti wá capture Benin Republic, the real empire, Benin Kingdom. Wọ́n wá pa Erédùà ayé. Wọ́n tó capture wọn. But imagine bàtà repair wọn, ká ti repair wọn náà lọ́yọ̀ọ́.
Láyé náà.
Ká ti repair wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Wọ́n nílé dúró. Bọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé selfish interest nígbà yẹn.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n casualty tó sọ́fà casualty tó rẹ̀ káwọn ilé ìwé rẹ̀ tó wá first time. Wọ́n defeat yín. Ẹ wá second time lọ yẹn first wọ́n. Wọ́n defeat yín. You understand? Ọ̀yọ́ ti sẹ́ndì ọmọ ogun sí
Benin
láti lọ help ẹ̀. Wọ́n sẹ́ndì láti Ìjẹ̀ṣà Èkìtì. Wọ́n sẹ́ndì láti Èkó. Ẹ defeat wọn. Ẹ gba gbogbo ìjagun wọn. Ẹ yá dẹ̀ wọ́n sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Wọ́n tún sẹ́ndì ẹ tún defeat wọn.
Bọ̀ ṣé ìgbà tán dé làwọn aṣẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣèbọn ni àbá tí ń ṣèbọn kan tó dé?
I don't know about that.
Because ìbọn wá yẹn is ó look.
But we had our own weapon, of course. Our jagun and conquer kingdoms.
Kí ló fi jagun? Kí ló wá fi conquer wa? Understand our question.
But then they had like the Gatling gun, the first machine gun. Tó máa ń yí.
Okay, yeah.
Tó máa ń yí ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀yìn. So tó máa ń multi. So obviously against tó bá gbé bí mẹ́wàá yẹn sílẹ̀. Don't power area. And our own people were equipped against the Dane gun, not against the machine gun. You understand? So the machine of jagun to bad Dane gun pàdé.
Àṣé máa wé ọdẹ ìṣí.
But ìbọn tó gbé wá tó ní answer fún. And the British were already fighting the likes of France. They were already fighting the like as in very top civilization of the people.
Then ẹ wo ṣáwọn ló parí ní. Then ẹ wo kí náà ti ń pè àwọn during slave trade yẹn àwọn number trade gangan ṣé ìbò kàn mú àwọn èèyàn lórí street ni àbí àwa náà la tún tà wọ́n fún.
àwọn èèyàn wà náà la tọ̀ wọ́n because they brought okay ní ìsìn àparò ni ẹ.
tó wà nílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀
àparò ni sẹ́ẹ̀. So basically what they did was they already conquered everywhere. So the obas were already under them. So they just go and meet the oba. One full gift. Power fún wa ní
èèyàn mẹ́rin.
Wọ́n fún wọn mirror. Fún wọn ní àwọn kan táwọn ní tẹ́lẹ̀.
Cup mug mo rí gbogbo ẹ̀ ní Badagry. Wọ́n
fi exchange ẹrú.
Kò tún ṣòwò gan.
Kò ṣòwò náà.
Ṣé Ìbàdàn là ń lọ báyìí?
Ìkirè la fẹ́ wọ̀ ẹ́.
Okay. So wọ́n á fún ọ ní àwọn ọkọ̀ rádaràdà tí ò wọ́ ọ̀tẹ̀.
Tí ò wọ́ ọ̀tẹ̀ tọ́ ọ̀nà àwọn ò dẹ̀ mọ̀.
But glass yẹn mo ti mọ̀ pé ó possible kan fọ́ fún glass yẹn. You understand? Ẹ mọ báyìí like òkè tó gan ní ìsìn tẹ́ pé ẹ mọ báyìí máa ń take picture àti báyìí gbé photo sáyà káṣẹ̀ wá sọ ọ̀gán téèyàn rí bí èèyàn ṣe dúró gangan ẹ understand pé mo ga tó báyìí.
Oh no, but it's a technology they could have replicated.
Now.
Because we had gold. We had all by the time they came, we had gold, we had bronze, we had brass, we had silver, we had all of those things in abundance.
Like ìgbà tí mo lọ sí Cocoa House, Odu Dua museum, máa yẹn sọ fún wa pé kóyìnbó tó dé Yorùbá ti ń ṣe bronze, wọ́n ti fi ń carve art. Ó wá fi ìkọ́nà àwọn bangles yẹn ní òtí ìdí òkè yé mi. Mo ti lọ sí Ife museum náà rí. Tẹ́ bá rí bangles tó ń lò gbà yẹn. Mi ì mọ̀ bọ́ yẹn ń gbé.
Now the question is technology will not be carved.
Now. Kí náà fi ṣe? Mo máa ń sọ pé Yorùbá àbá wà lára àwọn the best tribe tọ́lọ̀ ń dá láyé ká ní history wà well documented. Ṣé àwọn tó wà well documented gbogbo àwọn kíní yẹn a ti mọ̀ gòkè àwọn tí wọ́n kàwé gan ti ń ṣe àwọn kíní fúnra wọn. A kàn máa develop ẹ̀ sí ni but gbogbo àwọn bọ́ yẹn ń ṣe àwọn kíní yẹn kọ̀ ó dá ìpẹ̀lú wọn ní pẹ̀lú ẹ understand. Then àwa follow òyìnbó gan jẹ́ pé civilization yẹn owó wà lórí gidi gan.
Ìgbà election Trump lẹ́kìtì ẹsẹ̀ wà bàtà ṣe wàhálà yẹn ẹsẹ̀ máa ń ro mí. So security guard ni local security guard ni OPC yẹn.
Ṣé lẹ́kìtì náà?
Lẹ́kìtì ọmọ akin ó wá lọ́gà ẹsẹ̀ tó máa ń ro yín yìí. Ẹ fún nílò ògùn ẹ̀ mo ní kó bá fún mi ní jazz o jazz kan ó ní bone marrow màálù tó wàá sùn wàá lọ ó wá ní ewé kan wàá jamọ tó wàá fi lọ tó wàá fi lògì ó ní bá máa ṣe yẹ fún 1 week ẹ lọ mo ní calcium nìyẹn mo ní kọ́ta fi ń ṣe calcium tablet mo ní bone marrow màálù náà lè yìnbó fi ṣe calcium tablet olówó ọmọ tó ń jẹ calcium tablet ogun tó rò pé àwọn kọ́tà tó ń jogún ni pé nítorí jogún lórí ìwé òun nìyẹn pé èmi òun ò mọ tó jẹ́ calcium tablet ẹ̀yin lẹ mọ
calcium bẹ́ẹ̀
ó ní ìwò kan ó ń ṣe calcium tablet tó ìwò wọn fi calcium tablet ó ní màálù bó maro màálù calcium ló kúnú ẹ̀ calcium máa ń mọ gbogbo lé mo ní òun náà máa lọ wọ́n máa sún wọ́n bá ti sún wọ́n á lọ wọ́n á process ẹ̀ wọ́n á extract calcium wọ́n á ṣe ní tablet wọ́n á mix ẹ̀ mọ́ chemical wọ́n á tó tablet oníkèlè tí a fẹ́ jẹ ìtọ́ ti mix ẹ̀ chemical ẹ̀ yẹ kú jẹ́ rọ̀ ó tó wá jẹ́ tòun náà lọ́nà olóhùn mọ́ oníbóyá ọ̀dọ̀ wa náà lọ sí ti mú ó ní ṣùgbọ́n tó mọ̀ pé táwọn bàbá ńlá wa ń lò nìyẹn tẹ́sẹ̀ bá ti wọ́n bá ń ro wọ́n ó mú un.
ṣe sọ pé àwọn ìwé òní ní ìwé ògùn wa ni.
My question is ta ló sọ fún wọn pé
tó máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú màálù ó wà nínú egungun màálù ta ló sọ fún wọn lóòótọ́ o Ifá wà ebi Ifá ni gúgù
so
Ifá ni
so ọjọ́ ìmọ̀ wá jókòó mo wá wò pé báwo láyé àtijọ́ tí ò sí technology tó fẹ́ fi wo
search gbogbo kíní yẹn
ó yẹ tó fẹ́ fi wo microscope tó fẹ́ fi wọnú kíní fún lọ́sẹ̀ gbọ́ pé màálù òyì o tábà ti yọ bone marrow o tábà ti sún a máa lọ tábà ti lọ lọ́wọ́ di powder a fẹ́ wé kan sí tábà ti ṣe báyìí
òun la fún máa fọkàn mi
ẹ̀tara ń ro ẹ̀tẹ́ gbogbo ń ro á lọ ó wọ́n lọ sí àkọ́ tí mo sọ.
Ó dàbí question tí mo bí mo lọ sí ṣáwọn ọlọ́pàá náà mo lọ sí ibi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe ọṣẹ ní Awẹ́ so ìgbà tí wọ́n á wo gbogbo nǹkan tó ń dọṣẹ wọ́n á rí pé kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó wọ̀ tẹ̀ ọṣẹ ẹmu yìí lòdì sí àwọn ọṣẹ dúdú yẹn. So ìgbà tí wọ́n bí wọ́n pé kí ni nǹkan tó ń dọṣẹ nínú ẹbìrì pé kí ni wọ́n máa fi ṣọṣẹ yẹn kí ni kòkó tó fi yọ seed ẹyin kòkó yẹn tó máa ti họ kòkó inú ẹ̀kú mẹ́ wọ́n wá mú wọ́n á jó níná wọ́n wá sẹ́ bí ògì ó ti yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyẹn ni wọ́n wá sè wọ́n wá tún fi àdín tó máa ń yọ lára èkùrọ́ oyin òun náà ṣàmà mix papọ̀ wọ́n bí wọ́n pé kí ló ń jẹ́ kóhó ìyá yẹn ni like generation kẹrin ìyá yẹn tó ń ṣe ọṣẹ yẹn ó wá ní dìísìn òun gbọ́ òun mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ kóhó gbígbà táwọn UNESCO wá sódà àwọn náà bí ọmọ òun bí ní question yẹn pé kí ló ń jẹ́ kí pé àwọn gan ò lè dáhùn ẹ̀ wọ́n ò pé báwọn náà èrònú sáyẹ́ǹsì yẹn.
ó máa amaze me they don't have the technology they don't work.
wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn kíní yẹn.
orú ọtí tí.
ta àgùnjọ yẹn
pé
ògógóró ni ẹmu
náà fún aṣọ.
àná náà mo ṣe post video yẹn ẹmu wọn dẹ̀ fi ṣògógóró original dẹ̀ ni wọn dẹ̀ bí ẹ̀dá kó fọ́ ọkọ̀ drop ẹ̀kọ́ mú báyìí tó pè yín ayé òní yín ìṣeré o wà á yóò tán yányán
ẹmu tó fà bẹ́ẹ̀ fún
10 days kó tó di pọ́ńṣẹ̀ wàá sínú náà.
ìjẹ́sẹ̀ fún ọtí mix ẹmu yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ àti.
raw tẹ́ pé mo mú báyìí ojú mi dẹ̀ yí straight di ó ní ẹmu tí mo lè sọ pé original tí mo ti mọ rí nìyẹn ṣé mo lè lè ta mu ní Èkìtì.
Straight from the tree yẹn. Odu Dua.
Ọlọ́run akọ.
We have a very rich history.
Ọlọ́run ká ní pé a ní history yẹn but it's not well documented. Torí ẹ̀ lèmi fi ń try láti ṣerú channel yìí nìsín because gbogbo kí ni ẹ̀ máa fade lọ bá tó bá yá. I understand. Torí ẹ̀ mo fi ń try láti create ṣerú àwọn kan báyìí. Mo mọ̀ pé YouTube might be forever. Gbogbo àwọn máa upgrade sí.
Ìkan lára àwọn ìdí tá a fi dá ìkànnì sílẹ̀ ni pé kí èdè wa àti àṣà wa kó má parun. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ jẹ́ káwa mọ̀ tí ẹ bá fẹ́ràn fídíò náà ẹ sì má gbàgbé pé Yorùbá pọ́nbélé ni wá lórí channel yìí. A máa ń rán wa létí ibi tá a ti ń bọ̀, a máa ń rán wa létí ibi tá a dé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a sì máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ibi tá a ń lọ. Ẹ má gbàgbé láti subscribe kí ẹ lè mọ ní àǹfààní sí gbogbo àwọn fídíò wa bí a bá ṣe ń fi sí orí ìkànnì yìí.
So bọ́dà Ìbàdàn nílé àṣejìrẹ́ bọ́ ṣe bí wọ́n máa ń ṣe àṣejìrẹ́ wọn máa fi ń pọ́ǹpù mi tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe ń lò àrùn. ok dáhùn sómi gan náà.
ẹ̀wọ̀n tí wọ́n ṣí mi. wọ́n máa ń ṣe wọ́n ti. ó bá ti kú.
ló ṣe omi títà àti ìdígbò. ó kọ Èkìtì ní ẹ̀wọ̀n náà.
ilẹ̀ tó máa ń tà wọ́n máa láwọn ń tà ní 500,000 ní ẹ̀.